you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that bell, GMS fam. You know what time it is. Roll up. Yo, GMS fam, what's up? Everybody in the building, everybody so far, what's going on, y'all? What's happening? What's going on? Start by positive energy, good vibes. I hope everybody's doing well. Man, we made it. We made it to Friday again, y'all. We made it to Friday. I hope y'all doing great, man. I hope y'all had a wonderful week. Hope y'all had a wonderful week. Hope everything was great, man. Hope y'all families is doing good. What up, Black Man America? Sharon, Don, Arius, Allen, Black Light, Zen, Brim Dog. What's going on, everybody? Some people got some devastating news yesterday. A lot of people got some devastating news yesterday. A lot of people in the top percentile. Even in the mid percentiles and the low percentiles. What up, OG Mott? Breaking news happened yesterday for one of the biggest sites to come around since Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat combined, and we are talking about the site called OnlyFans. What's up, Bianca? What's happening? Now, for those who don't know, OnlyFans, the company, made it very clear that starting October 1st, they will be banning sexual content, pornographic content. What up, Vincent Lee, Big Bro Food, what's happening? And as we know, OnlyFans is a cesspool of pornographic content. Now, here we are in a space where people have found it very accessible to make money easily by posting certain content and making people pay for it, knowing damn well that Pornhub exists. X and XX. Ass and ass. All types of random sites that are out there for free. Trust me, what's happening with this OnlyFans shit is going to be catastrophic. Now, there's a lot of things that go into why they made this decision. We're going to talk about that. But first, let me read off to you what it is that is happening here. OnlyFans announced OnlyFans is banning the one thing most users go to its site for, and that is pornography. The UK-based content subscription service said Thursday it will no longer allow sexually explicit content as of October 1st. OnlyFans said the decision was taken to comply with requests from its banking and payment providers. That is huge because the goal is to make money. The goal is to make money. Trust me. Oh, yeah, shout out to Thon, too. Shout out to Thon. They started getting pressure from the banks and other people that have been out here. Or not just other people, just banks. The banks. The banks have put pressure on them. And there's a reason why, because OnlyFans isn't just a place where people go for sexual content. It isn't a pornographic site. It wasn't made with the premise to be a pornographic site. It turned into that. So their guidelines and their rules and regulations don't regulate porn. They only regulate the content. So it's like you put up what you want and they don't really kind of pay too much attention to what it is. And what people need to understand is that this world that we live in, certain things, especially sex, has to be regulated. California has the biggest porn demographic in the world. That's the porn capital of America. What they do is a lot of things are basically like mandated. So you have to go and you have to have all these rules apply. Like when you want to become somebody in the porn industry, you have to sign documents and waivers, and you gotta get checked regularly for STDs. You gotta all this type of shit. There's certain shit you can't do that's illegal. OnlyFans as the company doesn't know all the content that's being put up, especially when it's a space where so many people are in it and thriving in it. So now they're in a position where the banks are like, yo, you guys are paying all these people out. You're making a lot of money, but we don't know what it is that's being regulated on this site. We could be paying people out for doing shit that's totally illegal. There could be people on there lying about their age and putting out content as a minor. They don't know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then another thing with that is TikTok being as big as it is, and TikTok being a place that is like a kid cesspool itself for underage kids to go in there and do God knows what and be allowed to do it while other creators are being blocked and having their content taken down for minor shit. It's pretty clear what type of site TikTok is, and I think the people that are involved with TikTok, the people that over there on the other side of the country, or on the other side of the world, I mean, because it's not a U.S. based company. TikTok is Asian based. So I think the people that run that need to be investigated, because the simple fact that just the fact that they allow minors to do certain shit on that app, but have blocked so many other creators from doing shit and posting shit, it shows what they're really about. But anyway, one thing about TikTok is it's become another space for people to promote their OnlyFans. Because when you go viral on TikTok, especially on how hot TikTok is, people are going to go and click your link. People are going to go and try to find out what it is you're about. You got hundreds of thousands of likes and millions of views on your TikTok, and then the link on your TikTok is a link to your OnlyFans and all your content that people have to pay for. It's happened. It's become that big on there. And people are literally building lifestyles off of that shit. Simo said, I may not know much about running a multi-million-dollar company, but even I know this is a bad business move. Now, let me break down why they're doing this, though. I have to break down why they're doing this, but let me read some of y'all comments. Eternal said, what up, Eternal? Hey, I don't ever do this, but I wanted to give a special shout out and ask that everyone here goes to listen and subscribe to the other brother, Real Spit TV. He's dope as fuck, breaking down things. Shout out to Real Spit TV. He is that is a dope person. I'm glad you said that. Make sure y'all go do that too. I support everybody, so make sure that when y'all hear dope people, I want to make sure to spread that as well. Y'all know how we do over here. It's GMS, all positivity. Bianca says, people don't get it. It's not a slap in the face to the sex workers. It's a business, and they are exposed as fuck. Yeah, they are. Shout out to the Book of Ronan for the 5. Since OnlyFans restrictions hit October 1st, what's going to happen? Anyway, Anyway, this is the thing. They don't know, and this is the thing. They can go broke doing this. They can very much so go broke doing what it is that they're doing, because of the simple fact that a lot of the shit isn't regulated. So the banks are coming in to make sure, or to reassure, that if they're going to continue to mess with these people, they need to make sure that they're on the right track and they're doing exactly what it is that they're supposed to do. And if you got some shit going, like the banks don't give a fuck what type of content or how big your site is. They not going to fuck with you, and you're going to go broke doing this shit. Now, as much money as OnlyFans makes, they still have to pay out a lot of money as well because of the creators, the content creators on there. Eternal says, or hold on. That's very true, black man. Fuser says, taking American data but won't let American apps in their country. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Eternal says, OnlyFans had to do it or else they'd have lost funding from their banking and business partners. Exactly. Prolific Tactic said, no more now having skills now. You got to actually do something. Yo, that's another part about it. Is that so many people have found their way to OnlyFans knowing how big of a money grab that it is, but didn't have a backup plan for it. Now, of course, there are people out there that wanted to make it a starter, just like a lot of people who have started to become dancers, who have stripped before and made that a starter for whatever it is that they wanted to do. Now, some people actually follow through with that, but when some people sometimes find it to be comfortable and find it to be easy, why would they want to give it up when they're making decent amount of money that they probably wouldn't have made at the job that they had before? And then on top of that, it's like, well, why would I have to go and do something else when I can just sit here and make money all day showing my ass or showing my titties and showing whatever? You know what I mean? But now, see, this is why having a backup plan and having plan B is always important you have that backup plan. You never know what the fuck is going to happen. Do y'all know how soon October is? They gave these people a few months, like, yo, get it together. Y'all gonna have to get it together in a few months. Soak up as much money as you can. And then here's another thing. Now that the consumer knows this, now that the consumer knows that they're going to ban this, people are going to start backing out and unsubscribing immediately. They ain't going to want to give nobody no more money. So many creators on that site are going to lose more money over these next few months than they've made in the past, I don't know how long, because of the simple fact that people now see it coming. See, what people don't understand is that OnlyFans did not start as a pornographic site. That's not where it started. How it started was like how you guys, like, you know how like you direct to consumer type shit. So you know how they have the what's that app that people go to pay artists or pay entertainers to like shout them out or say their names and like promote they shit and whatnot. Cameo. So it's like a Cameo app that you go and you pay directly to that person and they do shit and they direct to consumer, direct to the fans type shit. That is what OnlyFans was. That's why it's called OnlyFans. It's a space for only you and the fans. They didn't anticipate it to become what it is today. Now, they didn't complain because of the money, but now that they see what's going on, and now that they realize that it could jeopardize their business, and then after all this money that they've made, they can inevitably go broke by having banks pull out from fucking with them. Now they have to make the drastic decision. And you know how many people are going to like, and he said just feet. That's another thing. The motherfuckers with the weird fetishes, the people that love feet, the people that love armpits. Show me your belly button. What your rib cage look like? Can I see your kneecaps? I gotta see your kneecaps. Those people are gonna be shit out of luck. And I'm not talking about the people that go in there showing that. I'm talking about the people that do anything else but that, because I think that's the only thing that's gonna stay on that site is stinking ass feet, kneecaps, and armpits. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that brings us to another space now. Let me talk about this too, because I wrote down a few notes. The creators now, here's what's bothering me now about this situation. Now there are people who have OnlyFans accounts, the same people who went on there overpricing their OnlyFans accounts just to get the bag and basically show whatever it is they want to show, which is up to them. I mean, if you pay for it, you pay for it. But now they're trying to accuse the company of using them to build up their profits and then dumping the creators that made the platform big. But in a way, it's like, I don't know if I could feel too bad about that. I don't know if I could feel too bad about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all in a way are, now I will say this. I've heard over the years about certain people doing things on their OnlyFans and kind of making it seem like they'll show this or show that. And like what it is like, you can pay for a monthly subscription and then they'll post something that you can't see, and then you have to pay another amount of money to see that. So it's like a mystery box. They'll post up mystery boxes, and then you'll have to pay for it to see what the fuck it is. And a lot of people have complained over the years about the fact that they'll pay for some shit that was that didn't show up at first. They'll pay for it thinking it was something, and all of a sudden turns into be bullshit, like them in a thong bent over or something like that they already seen before on their page or on their Instagram type shit. So it's like, I can't really feel bad if you feel like the company that you signed up for used you to get, like, that's what they do. They use people to get money. That's what these sites are for. They don't care about your livelihood. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about none of that. They want the bag just like you want the bag. And they gonna get the bag. Regardless, even if they have to let you go, they gonna get it. Think about all the lawsuits they gotta avoid too. Like, that's one thing people don't understand. It's like there's a bunch of lawsuits that can be filed against OnlyFans if the right people saw some of the shit that was on there. Like I said, it's a legal thing too. You got to understand, these companies protect themselves at the end of the day. Prolific said prophylactic is the correct way to say. Oh, prophylactic. Okay. Got you. Booker Ronan with the 5 again. Invest in Skeet Coin while you still can. My nigga said Skeet Coin. Ronan crazy, bro. What up, Mickey? Love Lace in the building. What's happening? Mickey said, anybody paying to see OnlyFans should have been thrown in the same pit that 300 throw their defective babies. Boosters, or no, y'all talking back and forth. But no, like, honestly, yeah, my shit's skipping a little bit. My bad, y'all. Hopefully my internet's good. If it blocks out, I'll switch locations and y'all just come back. It'll only take me like 15 minutes to switch spots. So if the internet does go out, trust me, we're gonna be right back. But what do y'all think now? Like, cause there's a lot of people that did have, like, say that this was their stepping stone to where they were trying to get to, make money here and then go off and like do other shit, start their own business or brand or whatever the case may be. What the fuck are these people gonna do? And not only them, but the dudes, there's dudes on these sites that have built what they think are relationships. And that's another thing. Niggas that feel like they spend money on these sites feel entitled to like these people. There's gonna be people on there like, where can I find you? Where can I go to still keep up with you? Where can I still spend my money to see you do things I can see for free on Pornhub? Can y'all answer that question for me real quick? I need that question answered. What makes people pay for porn as if porn isn't accessible for free on the internet? What up, Marcus? Can we have that discussion real quick? What makes people how can you be that horny? I just want to know. Backpage was popping. It's all about list crawler now. Backpage, I remember when Backpage got shut down, so many people, that's what's gonna happen now. As soon as this shit is in effect, you're gonna see nostalgia. You're gonna see pure nostalgia. You're gonna see people freaking the fuck out. I'm telling you. He said, dude, beat up the crop ponytails. Black Man America said, I'm about to start teaching how to grow bud on OnlyFans. This is a great time to start real business on OnlyFans. Less competition now. That is very true. They best cover up and keep making that money. Just go by the guidelines and see who really rocks with you. Yeah, that's going to be hard when a bunch of people going to be on there wanting to see your coochie. Yo, man, what is this? When OnlyFans stops, Subway will be hiring. Oh, yeah. Didn't Kevin Samuels did say that, didn't he? Kevin Samuels kind of was a prophet in this area of saying that OnlyFans was going to be over at some point, like real soon. He said they going to find a way, bro. It's the old hustle around. Yeah. Now, that's another thing people got to understand. OnlyFans got popping because of the fact that the content on there was sexually explicit. OnlyFans isn't the only place to go. The people on there that have a legit following and people that pay good money to watch to see their content, they're always gonna find a way to get it off. Whether it be a private Snapchat or starting their own what is it? There's other sites, bro. There's other sites that people can go and pay for shit for. The simp will find a way. Vincent says some tricks, some men are natural tricks. That's right. Brimdog says tricking ain't easy no more. Arius says probably because people wanted a direct connection with the person they're paying to see for whatever reason. Yeah, a weird, creepy, pathetic connection. You're supporting a culture. Yeah. Eternal Umbra says, I never understood paying for OnlyFans when the internet has the craziest shit all over it. Yeah. Like now, even Twitter, like I remember when Twitter had guidelines and then Twitter was like, you know what, fuck it. Let them put porn up. Like Twitter is a place now where they don't censor people. Like people can literally post full-fledged porn on Twitter. And I don't know why they changed those guidelines. I don't know why it's like that. But, hey, shit. He said paying top dollar to beat off. You said Cardi B couldn't grow OnlyFans. That's another thing. If you already have nudes that are out here to the public, it's going to be very hard to sell your nudes when people can see your nudes already. Like y'all know how people like Bad Baby came out and made $1 million in a day once she turned 18? It's because a lot of creepy ass niggas couldn't wait to see her naked. Now, I don't know if she got naked or not on her OnlyFans because I didn't look. I'm not a nigga that's out here waiting for somebody to turn 18. And plus, that is the most annoying child of all time. But it's no surprise to me that she made that much money in a day. And then it's no surprise why the banks came in and was like, yeah, we are going to have to do something about this. Because it wasn't even a full 24 hours of her being 18 to where all these old niggas was jumping on there like, yeah, Bad Baby's of age. Same with that other Latina girl. I don't know her name, but I know that they were trending around the time they turned 18 because they immediately got OnlyFans accounts. And they immediately started making a lot of money because there are a lot of creepy. These kids, bro, you can't tell me that these 15, 16, 17-year-old kids are out here paying that much money on OnlyFans. First of all, you can't do it unless you're 18. So that's how I know a bunch of grown-ass niggas are on there paying that much money to see her doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. He said, I can't wait to hear Kevin Samuels speak on this. Hell yeah. Never thought horny to fuck off money out of my pocket. This was just a gas station stop for the sex reel. Yeah, it was. That's a good way to put it. Prophylactic said if they're smart, they will start a mass exodus to private web pages. Some people might already see, for the smart motherfuckers who saw this coming and who already was making money, they probably had their backup plan ready. Now don't get it twisted. Just because you see a woman on OnlyFans doesn't mean she's stupid. A lot of these motherfuckers got entrepreneurial spirits, and they got their plans made. And those are often the people that do make a lot of money on there. It's not just because they look good and that they make it. They know how to make the content. They know how to hit those angles, the lighting, the production behind it, all that shit. Like, they have a business mindset, even though they just go in there and get naked and get paid for it. But it's like a business mindset behind it. These are the type of women that can go and build their own platforms and start bringing all the other girls from OnlyFans over there by the time October 1st come. Now, don't get it twisted. Vincent said it's a lot, brother police out here, allegedly. Yeah, there are. Allegedly though. I don't know if Brother Polite really did that, but according to the story and the situation, yeah, I agree. Bassy said you have to be the biggest weirdo to pay for something free online. You said you thought Bad Baby was the singer dude. No, that's Bad Bunny. What's Cody? I think I know what Cody is, actually. DC the Truth in the building. What's happening, man? He said buy hoes to OnlyFans. Time to get back in the streets. Let's see. Kid at Heart said, couldn't be me. LOL. Glad they got their money, though. Yeah, I'll never hate on them making their money because, honestly, it's the simps' fault. If I can go online and do something that can be consumed for free on the internet and motherfuckers still pay me top dollar for it, I'll do it. I understand that. Bitches want to see me dangle my ball sack around the crib and pay me $45 a month for it. Fuck it. He said, and I got 400,000 fans paying me $45 a month just to watch my wrinkled ball sack fly around the house. Oh, it's lit. Nigga be dangling sack all over the place. Playing the goddamn Fat Albert theme song beat. Aries said 10 years from now, your mama had an OnlyFans is going to be the new yo mama joke and kids are going to be traumatized learning their mama was an internet hoe. Fooster says some of these girls are smart as fuck. Yeah. Black Light Zen said only freaks. They should make that. That's very smart. Matter of fact, nigga, you make the site and bring everybody into that and then make the guidelines and set the rules and then get the bread from it. You become the new OnlyFans corporate general. Prophylactic said, bro, you can lie about your age and buy a CVS refill card so it can be a 13-year-old playing MDW and watching. Exactly. That's another reason why the banks decided to do what they did, because of the simple fact that you never know. You never know. There's probably multiple accounts on OnlyFans right now with underage people but lying about their age so that they can get paid, because they know that certain people like that type of shit. Trust me. Fuchsia said, did you hear about the other hustle they was doing with OnlyFans? No, I didn't. What was that? Mickey Knox said, I don't want to hear no business mindset. Character is everything, and if your value to $1 is your sex and self-respect, drink all kind of bleach. He said, dangle you what? My wrinkless sack. That joke that Dave Chappelle said about getting Botox in the balls is actually very true for a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men out there that want to get the wrinkles out of their balls so they can be smooth as eggs. You know what I mean? Trust me, don't play like you don't want your balls to be smooth as eggs. You know what I'm saying? Remove all the hair, get Botox, and just let them motherfuckers flourish. Feel like velvet laying in your hand, a velvet sack of balls, you know? He said, yeah, it is. Now look, I don't blame OnlyFans for making this decision, but they do take blame in letting it go as far as they did, knowing their regulations and their guidelines, because they know they didn't regulate sex or any type of pornographic images in their shit, but they still allowed it. Motherfuckers could be on there jerking off pigs, but y'all don't know it because the site is way too big and it's full of way too many people creating content. Yeah, scammers. First, that's the thing. That's another thing. Big scams on OnlyFans. Y'all don't know every woman in the world. There's somebody out there with a whole folder full of news from people, from regular human beings who aren't famous, don't have no notoriety or anything. They can be on OnlyFans right now posting their shit and making bread. And this person don't even know because it's under a different name. So nobody can technically find that person by name. It's a word. And then as big as this world is when it comes to like sex and pornography, it's not hard to make a living doing this shit. Even as dudes, I know I hear dudes talking about, man, it's so easy for women to do. Man, get you a girl and y'all start fucking on OnlyFans. I bet you your shit start popping. Cause everybody, bro, it's a world full of sex, and niggas is so infatuated with sex. It don't matter. He said this conversation is going left. Y'all don't want no Botox balls, fam? The fuck? Y'all don't want no balls as smooth as eggs? Come on, B. What Chappelle say? He said he was sitting on the beach and had his balls out and was like, hey, excuse me, miss, would you like to suck my balls? And she turned around and finished. She's like, oh, what did you say? And then he opened it up and he showed him those pure Botox smooth as egg balls and said, no, excuse me, I'm sorry. Would you like to suck these balls? And she said, oh, yes, I would like to suck those balls. So trust me, if you have some nice smooth balls, women will love to suck on them. I'm giving y'all game, guys. I'm giving y'all game. This ain't a pause moment. I'm trying to help y'all. I give a fuck about y'all and what y'all do with y'all life. Botox your shit. See if it don't change your life forever. Velvet balls. That's hilarious. Hey, the way you spelled that, that's the reason why I read that, because some of my subconscious was like, yo, I know somebody with the last name Balls. We had a substitute teacher back in the day named Miss Balls. She was Mrs. Balls. Bawls. She had the nerve to be a substitute teacher as if kids wouldn't have a fucking field day with that name. I mean, every chance somebody got, they said, Mrs. Balls. Miss Balls. Hey, Miss Balls. How you doing, Miss Balls? Miss Balls, can you help me with this, Miss Balls? This is the best shit in the world. And then you couldn't get in trouble because you saying her name. Niggas running down the hallway talking about some, Miss Balls. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? You can't suspend me. You can't bring me to the office. I'm showing praises to my teacher, the wonderful Miss Balls. She was an older lady too, man. She was wrinkly. Miss Balls was wrinkly. Miss Balls was wrinkly. I gotta. Miss Balls needed some Botox herself, but she was cool. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get too annoyed by it because I think she knew what she was getting herself into. You know what I'm saying? You come into a school with the last name Balls, you better prepare your thick skin. Balls don't have too much thick skin. You got to have thick skin as a person with the last name Balls. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get that point across. Yeah, Miss Balls had balls. She'll get back at you too. She'll talk about your haircut real quick. Oh, whatever, Mr. Nappy. He said, Nappy? He said, Miss Balls, you kind of racist. Yo, who had some weird teachers back in the day? I had some weird teachers back in the day. What if you went online and went on OnlyFans and saw one of your old teachers on OnlyFans dressed up as a teacher and shit with a ruler and shit, titties out? He said, "Oh shit, Miss Combogolison." They used to have a weird name, bro. Suburban schools had the teachers with the weird names with the K's and W's and Y's in them. Kowalskis and the Kozlorkaliamiaksons. Miss Pokorkian, Miss Klaximakaganen. Miss Burger. It's fucking crazy. If she's married, that had to be a tough choice to take that name. Yeah, she was married. She was a Mrs. Balls. She wasn't Miss Balls. She was Mrs. Balls. So Mr. Balls. Oh, man. I wonder what Mr. Balls looked like. Rhoda said, "You dudes who request pennies dipped in pickle juice to buy." Yo, people really do be buying undergarments off OnlyFans too. Like motherfuckers will be selling that shit. Hey, I was wearing this thong all day. I'm gonna sell it off for fucking $100. Who wants my all day worn drawers? Nigga, your washer and dryer. That's who. That's who wants your fucking worn all day drawers and underwear. Your goddamn washer and dryer. You know who else would like to see it? Some Tide. Some fucking Tide. And also dryer sheets. That's who would like your worn all day drawers. But there are niggas out here that will pay for that shit. I'm telling you, people are weird out here, bro. People are fucking weird. You had a teacher named Mr. Richard. They called him Mr. Dick. What's up, Mr. Dick? Mr. Cipra, our math teacher. Yeah, I remember. Hey, yo, let me tell you something else. Mr. Cipra, I had him for math. This fool called math equations sexy. He used to teach in Japan or some shit. And you know, white people, they'll go to a different country and then try to adopt the whole culture and then come back and think that they actually that. Like this motherfucker came back to America, think he was an actual samurai math teacher. Talking about, yes, over there in Japan, they called equations sexy. I'm like, okay, cool, you weirdo. Now help me pass this fucking class. I don't want to hear no more of this shit. This nigga came in a whole What you call them? What those shits that you got that they put on the karate motherfuckers with the belts? What is it called? What is the name of it? What's the name of that shit? It's a fuck. I know it too. It's like really, it's right there at the top of my brain. What is the outfit called? Help me, somebody. What is the karate outfit called? What is the correct fucking term? This nigga used to be in class doing moves on students and shit. He could have got his ass fired quick. I remember he hit my guy Marcus with a motherfucking hip roll. He grabbed Marcus by the neck. He turned, popped his hip up, and Marcus took off his feet and slammed on the ground. I said, this nigga over here slamming kids. What the fuck? A gi, that's what it is. This nigga came in school with a gi on. A goddamn gi. I said, hold on, you supposed to be teaching us math. This nigga came in with a gi on and a wooden sword. I said, Mr. Sipper, what the fuck are you doing? Chill. He said, I have to show you what it is that I used to do back in Japan. We not in Japan, nigga. We in Minnesota. You sit over here with a wooden sword and a gi on. They let you come in school like this today? Who else was it? Man, there was somebody else, man. Hey, there was a hold on, let me read some of y'all I'm starting to think of shit. OG Ma said, I had a teacher that used to wear skirts and sit on the floor of her desk and cross and uncross her legs. Those little freaky ass teachers back in the day. Yeah, shout out to the green room. Y'all lit today. That's the chat name. The chat's name is the green room, so you should put a hashtag green room in there if you support the chat. JG, what's happening, man? He said, I hit my 4th grade teacher, Miss Williams. I was grown, though, but I still hit. LOL, she was old and fine as fuck. I was 22, and she was 50s. She was in her early 50s. Go ahead, boy. Go ahead, boy. She was teaching you lessons that you taught her one. You said, hold up now. Let me put this 2 + 2 in you, bitch. Oh, okay. Here. So there was a teacher at our school, right? She was cool as hell. Her name was Miss Johnson. I'm going to tell y'all what Miss Johnson did for us. Like, when I tell you that they look for any type of excuse to get black students up out that school, like anything. I'm talking about anything. And Miss Johnson knew that. So we had summer school, right? And it was after summer school was over. We had a group of friends that came and picked me and my homeboy Mahad up. Mahad, one of my Somalian homeboys. So they picked us up after school, but they said they had to drop us back off at the school so that we can get picked up by somebody else, because we was just going to smoke with these dudes, you know, drive and smoke and then get picked up by somebody else from school, right? So we left with them. We went to smoke, and like, I'm in the back seat. And me being the person that is always alert, I'm telling you, from day one, I have been the most alert motherfucker. I hate to be the person that is just so comfortable that he's not watching his surroundings, right? But it's a car full of us, the back seat's full, we smoking a blunt, and just something told me like to turn around. So I like turn my head a little bit, and I see a car like following us, but I'm like, all right, it's just a regular car, right? Lady in the car, whatever. I'm not really paying attention to the face. So we drive all the way to the beach and smoke, come back, drove back, right? As we're driving back, I turn my head again, and I see the same car following us. I'm like, who the fuck is following us? So we get dropped off at the school, and as we're walking into school, the car pulls up in the front of the school where we got dropped off at. And I'm like, yo, Mahad, this car followed us from the time we left and came back. So we hurried up in the school. And as we're hurrying up, we hear like somebody running after us. We're like, what the fuck? So we turn around, and it's Miss Johnson. And we look at each other like, oh, shit. And she ran up to us. She's like, look, now I followed you guys all the way from the school, all the way to where you were going. And I know what you were doing. You guys are high as a kite. Now, I need you to leave the school right now before you get in more trouble than you already are. I'm not going to tell anybody. But Jesus. She said, Jesus, You guys smell horrible. And we just say, like, imagine that. You 17 years old or something like that. You get caught by one of the teachers and you full-blown high. I'm talking about freshly high. And y'all niggas sitting up there with your eyes red as shit, low, and just stunned. Talking about some, okay, Miss Johnson, we gonna leave now. Niggas dipped. We dipped the fuck out. Ran out that school. I'm glad she didn't say nothing. No, but shout out to Miss Johnson, because she could have reported us. She could have had us in that office. She could have had us written up. She could have had us kicked out of summer school. She could have had us kicked out of school, period. Because we definitely had some paraphernalia on us. But shout out to Miss Johnson for not letting that happen. I commend her for not letting that happen. Now, okay. Now that we have gotten that story out the way, now it is time for the advice. All right? Let's get back to the subject at hand before we do anything else. The advice right now for those that have OnlyFans and feel impending doom for when October 1st hits, I just want to say, start your plan now. Those who didn't have a backup plan and thought OnlyFans was going to last forever, now that you know it's not, figure out what's next. And if you want to stay in the lane of sexually explicit content, I don't blame you or judge you. Just know that when you see something happen and you learn from something, the whole point is to learn from it. Just like it happened to OnlyFans, it can happen to the next site that pops up that allows people to make a bunch of money on their platform. It happens anywhere. Get something solid to where they can't take that shit away. Start your own business with the money you got. They said as soon as they announced the rule changes on OnlyFans, this motherfucker Rachel Dolezal made an OnlyFans. Like people, like what my man say earlier, now this is the time for people that have legit businesses to go ahead and start making their accounts and getting their shit popping right away. So that when the site is still up and still thriving for people who have a fan base or people that want something like direct to consumer, they can still go ahead and join that site. Sell it in real life. He said, get your own, Mean Jeans said, get your own website. Yup, that's right. He said, I got to spark up. I do too, man. I'm going to spark this one up. I just packed a Pinchy. Shout out to Miss Johnson. I'm going to smoke this for Miss Johnson because Miss Johnson was cool. She had curly hair and she had braces and she was in her 40s and she was cool with niggas. See, let me tell you something, man. I gave my advice already. Let me say something. Who remembers the cool teachers at their school? Who remembers the cool motherfuckers at their school that like actually left an impact on them? Who do y'all remember those people? And name them. Name those people in the chat. Because there are certain people who I knew gave a fuck, like genuinely gave a fuck. And I'm talking about the people that'll let you slide with some shit like that. Like she knew we wasn't like being violent and being like crazy and being like some stupid, like, okay, it was stupid to go back to the school high. But we weren't hurting nobody. And then on top of that, school wasn't even in session. It was the after summer school session. Like, nigga, there was nothing really to really get niggas in trouble for. But they, like the school that I went to, like I said, they found reasons, any reason to get a nigga in trouble at that school. So there were certain teachers that stuck out to me back in the day that really, really showed up and proved themselves to be cool motherfuckers. I had a white teacher named Mr. Remington. Shout out to him. He's now the principal of the middle school I went to where he taught me in 6th or 8th grade. I went to this middle school from 6th to 8th grade, but in 8th grade, you know, like in 6th grade, there's certain teachers for 6th graders. There's certain teachers for 7th graders and certain teachers for 8th graders. He was a certain teacher for 8th graders, and he was assigned to mostly the black and quote-unquote trouble kids. Now, every predominantly white school had a room specifically for, like, black kids, it seemed like. And then all of them had the excuse of having anger issues or problems, even though the kids that did have anger issues and problems and special needs still got to be in regular classes with other people, but had like a fucking teacher's aide or a pair with them. Still incorporated them with the quote unquote regular kids, but still had the black kids separated. Which is why I say that in those times that's recent, that's modern day segregation. It was a way to keep black kids and white kids segregated so that shit would still be predominantly white. And if there was any problems, they can be easy to be shipped back to whatever or another school, whatever the case may be. But Mr. Remington was one of those people that was assigned to the group of black kids. And he was the type of person that he knew what the fuck was going on with that type of system. So what he did with his curriculum and how he chose to teach us was to try to relate to us. You know what I'm saying? He would have this shit every Friday where he played music. Like this is another reason why I fuck with him so heavy. It wasn't that he was trying to play like shit that he thought we were interested in, like as far as like hip hop. Like he was playing old school shit from R&B, classic shit, rap, rock, fucking every blues. And what he did was you had to guess the name of the song or the artist, and he throw you candy and shit, like throw you like treats and shit like that. Like you win prizes for this shit. And he was putting us on to a bunch of music that we never heard of or never listened to. And some of us did, some of us didn't. But like keeping our mind sharp too. Like there's a certain way you can teach certain kids. Like we not finna sit up here and pay attention all day to this fucking history, but let's keep it real. When you sitting there in class, you had a history book open, you trying to follow along reading, your mind is going to go somewhere else because it's shit you don't want to do. But if you know that there's something dope coming up, like we know on Fridays, oh shit, it's the music game, we want to make sure we do everything the right way today, which means we really going to pay attention when we open the history books. We really going to make sure we do this math over here and complete our work before it's time for us to do the fun shit type. You know what I mean? He knew how to try to make some shit happen so that nobody could look at us as if we were different from everybody. There were certain ways you had to teach kids. We already looked at the black kids in the school already looked at the white teacher's file because they already had a preconceived notion of who we were. Every black kid that came to a white suburban school was already labeled as somebody that came from a hood, some type of ghetto somewhere over north, Minneapolis type shit. There's no way that they live over in Plymouth. None of that shit. So they already felt like these kids had anger issues or like these kids didn't want to be around all this. It was already some type of weird shit going on. So I always gravitated towards the teachers that like gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Ralph said Coach Blacksphere, he was a cool country talking brother and cared. Yep. My kindergarten teacher, Miss White, she about 80 now, but I'll still smash C-Mo crazy as hell. Fusa said our guy was Kenny Maxey and Miss Green. Yeah, there you go. JG said his 8th grade coach smoked plenty of pot. LOL. That's some old school shit. Yeah, plenty of pot. Oh, I gotta tell y'all a pot story. It's fucking hilarious. There's old white people love to call weed pot. It's fucking funny. I gotta tell y'all this other story. But Arias said kids having whole Asperger's and Down syndrome in regular classes, but stuck the black folks in one class, right? He said, want to skip class? Get a pass to Kenny room. JR said, Miss Veronica. Simo said, Miss White still bad. She don't look her age. Kid at Heart said, Mr. Larry, my science teacher. Shout out to you, Miss Perry, my counselors, Miss Kelly and Miss Easter. My high school teacher's aide. Shout out to them. He said, glad I didn't smoke in high school. I didn't smoke before school. I always smoked like after school or on the weekends. When I finally decided to smoke before school, it was the worst decision I ever made in my life. Because the first class I had that day was intro to film. I'm a senior in high school. The year's coming to a close. I done did everything I needed to do to graduate. Now we have a week left of school and niggas we ain't got to do shit. I'm talking about not a nan nut assignment, a test, none of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm safe. Now that I know that for the rest of this week, I ain't got to do shit but just show up, I'm going to get high with the bros before I go to class. So I had the homies pick me up. We smoked in the car, went to school. Bro, what I forgot is that intro to film, they be showing us those old school black and white movies. Now, some of those movies actually be cool and interesting. But when you watch some of the ones they just threw together just to make a film, back in those days when it was black and white, you hit automatic Z's. And that's without being high. So imagine being high at 7:30 in the morning, and the first thing you get introduced to is a black and white film of some white people talking about, pass me a cigarette. I'm going to find out who killed Mrs. Jenkins down the street. Nigga, I was... And then you watching the movie so the lights is out. It's dark as fuck in the room, and all they got is a black and white movie playing. I fucked my whole day up. I fucked my whole day up. 7:30 in the morning, nigga passed out. I said, let me see if I can sleep through this whole class. 7:30, went to sleep, woke up at 7:35. I said, fuck! I said, this day is about to be so bad. I'm about to be fucked up and tired all day. But I did it, and I toughed that shit out the entire day. Went to lunch, hungry as shit. Because that's another thing. You get high before then, and it's like, okay, let me get some like little snacks or whatever. But then you remember you either got whatever lunch you got. So if you got first and second lunch, you cool. But if you a nigga that got third and fourth lunch, you ain't eating until later on in the day. Which means you sit up there in class for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours doing other shit in school before you even eat some shit. So imagine being top tier high, got the munchies, and you tired. And can't go to lunch till fourth lunch. You know what I did? Every class I went to, I'd be like, hey, I need to go use the bathroom. I get the bathroom pass, and I'll walk my ass down to lunch and have somebody buy me a snack or some. Hey, yo, give me that those chips right there, some shit, and give me a fucking apple juice. Thank you, Larry. And I go back upstairs and leave. Then second lunch come, I go downstairs. Oh shit, okay, they got the chicken nuggets popping. Hey, give me a couple of your chicken nuggets, fam. Thank you, fool. All right, hey, who over here? Give me a Gatorade real quick. LaShawn, thank you, bro. Go back upstairs. Third lunch come. I'm downstairs looking at who the fuck I can sneak a iced cinnamon roll out. Who can give me a cinnamon roll? Who can give me a cinnamon roll? I was high as shit. That's a Cap said. If you could back in time, what would you tell your high school self? Oh, bro, I'd tell myself. That's a good question. Matter of fact, everybody in chat who heard that question, answer that. If you can go back in time, what would you tell your high school self? I would tell myself that none of this shit that you care about right now means shit. It doesn't mean anything. What you care about is not important. You are about to be an adult, and you have to survive on Earth. You have to make sure that you are able to function in society regardless of what comes up, because this fucking world is crazy. None of these people actually love you or care about you. And I'm talking about like just the general public. And make sure you have a plan in place, and not just a plan for the next few months, but the plan for the next 5 years. Stay ahead of the game. Also, I would have been like, hey, there's this shit called Bitcoin. When you hear about that, when that shit gets announced, buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And then don't pay attention to what happens after that. You're going to lose money. You're going to make money. But I'm telling you, by the time 2021 comes around, nigga, you going to be good. You're going to be set, fam. All right? There's a little thing called Bitcoin. I just want you to pay attention to that. Everything else I told you is a fact. But if you pay attention to Bitcoin, I'm telling you, nigga, get it tattooed as soon as you can. Get Bitcoin tattooed on you so you don't forget. I'm telling you, I know it's 2010 now. I know it's 2009, 2010 now, but nigga, when the next 10, 11 years come, you gonna love me for the fact that I told you about this little simple thing called Bitcoin. All right? Cool. He said, you tell yourself you was a little bitch. He said, most of this shit not needed. Invest in Amazon. Vincent said, leave the streets alone. I hear that. Simo said, fuck what everyone thinks. Keep pushing, all gas, no brakes. You goddamn right. Ralph S. said, I would say to myself, don't fool with the niggas you hanging with now. Oh, my God. A lot of us would have said that shit. A lot of us would have said that shit. How many of y'all had some friends back in the day that you knew you should have got the fuck away from, but you just was like, man, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around. Fooster said, would your high school self listen? Probably not. Because motherfuckers thought they knew it all back then. Motherfuckers thought they was the shit back then. But if I saw myself come back from the future and I'm looking at myself as a high schooler, looking at myself as a grown, almost 30-year-old man, oh, I change. I definitely change. I take heed to all them words. First of all, nigga, you came back from the future. Anything is possible. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to you. DP said, I was just about to say Bitcoin. Hell yeah. Tell yourself to invest in stocks. Yep. You will also tell yourself the rich don't save their money, they invest. Exactly. Take learning Spanish seriously. Hell yeah. Especially the way shit is turned out now. It's damn near mandatory. It is mandatory now. They do it in school. It's like mandatory to learn Spanish because of how America's turning out. You was in love in high school. That's okay, bro. A lot of us thought we were there, man. Stay on your purpose. That's right. YNG said, I would tell myself to start an OnlyFans. Why didn't I smoke this pinchy? I'm on here telling stories and shit, fucking with y'all. I'm sparking this pinchy up, man. Let me spark the pinch. The fuck are we talking about here, guys? What are we doing here, man? This is a great conversation. This was actually a really good conversation. I really enjoyed today's episode. Today's episode was really nice. The Green Room, you guys are fucking awesome, man. Whoa. Let me start this beat over. Can y'all hear me? Whoa. Why does it sound like that? That sounds so crazy. Does that sound weird to y'all? Or is it just me? Tell me if the song, is it crackling for y'all? Do y'all hear that? Or is it just me in my headphones? Tell me now. Because I hear, that is weird as fuck. Do y'all hear that? Or is that just me? Somebody let me know. Tell me if the music sounds weird. Can y'all hear that? Is it crackling for y'all? He said I had Japanese class in 8th grade. Nigga was in there taking Japanese. Thank you, Ralph S. Appreciate you. North Mills, I wish I would have known about that Bitcoin in 2010. Boy, I'm telling you, if that's one thing I do, just knowing how America is, I promise you, the one thing I would have let myself know first is, nigga, get financially stable first. I'm telling you, everything else will fall in line. That's all I would say. But let's go, man. Everybody that puts GMS in the chat right now. I'm going to shout you out. I'm glad it's just me because this crackling shit is very annoying. I don't know why it sounds like this. Put a GMS in the comments, y'all. I'm shouting everybody out who puts GMS in the comments, man. We finna move around. Let me smoke this pinchy while y'all flood the comments. Put GMS or hashtag the green room. GMS or hashtag the green room. Let's go. Shout out to Brim Dog, Eternal Umbra, Love Lace, Binky Bianca, DP, Ralph S, Arius, Allen, Booster, Files, JR Miller, North Mem 901. What's going on? C Mo, YNG Legend. Hey. Let's go. JG. Kid at heart, what's going on, family? That's a cap. Vincent Lee III, my nigga JR Miller, what's going on? Oh yeah, we gonna continue to grow, and if y'all help, and if y'all really fuck with GMS, y'all share this live with your peoples, man, and let people know about it. Let them know to tune in so we can continue to grow the chat and continue to grow the channel. Click those links, follow the family. Yeah, that's right, follow the family. Family over obstacles. Follow my guy Fu, follow my guy JR Miller, man. Follow the family. That's GMS OGs over there. Simo, what's happening, man? The green room, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for pulling up on me today. Big shout out to Miss Balls, wherever you at. Hopefully you ain't perished yet. If so, rest in peace to the balls. Rest in peace to the balls. I don't know if it's true or not. GMS family, the green room. I'll see y'all later today. Oh, what's happening later today? It's a surprise. You might want to pull back up. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. One love. Go ahead and follow me on my socials. Donate to the Cash App if you're feeling generous. Hit up the GMS shop. Get you a GMS jersey, t-shirt, rolling tray. Hit up the GMS Bandcamp. Go listen to those beats. As you can hear, my beats are fucking incredible. So why not go and listen to more that you haven't heard on this channel yet? Click that link. You see that Beats by GMS. Click that shit. I'm going to pin that shit to the top, actually. Let me see if I can pin this. I don't know if I can pin it on here, but click that link, man, and go listen to those beats. Support your boy. Appreciate y'all. We out.